So that was me crossing the finishing line of the Blackpool Marathon, and as I'm recording this, it was just yesterday, crossing the finish line with Grace and Delilah, who waited to run with me down that finishing chute, and that was such an emotional thing for me, really. Wasn't expecting it, I was a bit overwhelmed. But let me just tell you what it's like to run a marathon. And, you know, as a vlogger, or somebody who likes to vlog, yeah, I could have done more to record the day, but nah, I needed to focus on what I was doing, and it's a blooming good job I did. I thought running a marathon, I thought it was well within me. I've trained for it, I do a lot of running anyway. I really thought it was something that I wouldn't find easy, but I would find manageable. And it wasn't easy, and it came close to not being manageable for me. So here's how it went. You know, we stayed in Preston on Friday, and we had a day at Blackpool Zoo on the Saturday, so just a leisurely stroll around, nothing too strenuous. Loaded up, carb load on pizza. I'm really not a pasta fan at the moment, so nice big meal of pizza, garlic bread. I did have some sort of ready-made pasta pot things, and didn't get an early night. In fact, we played up playing charades, which was good fun, but it's not an early night, is it? Anyway, we got up, and I was ready. I was ready to go. I was ready to do it. Yeah. Got up, big bowl of porridge, chia seeds, some powdered peanut butter and chocolate mix, which I got, which made it taste nice. Honey, just got it ready. I was ready. Everybody else, we were in the car, got there, parked up nice and early, registered, got the number, got it on the shirt. I was ready, and I put a buff rolled up as a sweatband. I didn't have a hat with me, and the weather was quite sunny. Unexpectedly, it was meant to be cloudy, but hey, British weather, especially in Blackpool. So that was it. Our kids goodbye to the girls, goodbye to Helen. I was in the starting area, and we were off. Mile 1. I saw the girls and Helen. They were walking into Blackpool town centre as we'd sort of come round. I think it was about mile 1 anyway. Yeah, that was nice. Although a bit early in the race. I hoped I might catch them later on, but I told them not to hang around for me. So, down the Golden Mile, all the way down past the Pleasure Beach, and we sort of looped round at Stargate, come back again. And I kept looking at the watch, and I'm thinking, but yeah, I was averaging about 4 minutes 30 a kilometre, and that was a bit quicker than I'd planned to go, so I needed to try and throttle it back a bit. Anyway, got to the first 10k mark, and I'd done it in just over 45 minutes, which was too quick, so I needed to control my pace and just slow it down a bit. So I slowed down to about 5 minutes 10 per kilometre. And yeah, I came in at the half marathon stage about 1:40, 1:45, can't remember exactly, I'm not really into the stats, but again thinking, that's too quick, I'm going to blow up. So I came back, I throttled back my pace again, tried to stick to about between 5:30 and 6 minutes, 5.5, 6 minutes. And I was doing alright. Yeah, I thought I was doing alright. I wasn't interested in passing people. If I did, so be it. I wasn't interested in people passing me. I really got the mindset of, this is my marathon, my race, my pace, and I'm just gonna get through this. Yeah. Well, the 20-mile mark was where I hit the wall, and it surprised me because in training I'd done 21, 22 miles, but never at the pace that I'd gone out in the marathon. 20 miles, and I just had nothing. I'd been regularly taking energy gels on board, I'd kept hydrated with the water stations, but I was blowing, I was struggling, and about 20.5 miles, I just stopped and walked. I didn't stop, but I slowed down to walk. And that hurt me mentally. Didn't want to do that. And I was walking, I saw the 21-mile marker, and I thought, got to get going again. So I got going again just before the 21-mile marker. And I wasn't fast. 6.5 minutes a kilometre, sometimes 7. I was really slowing down. But at that point, you're sort of in the, you passed the 20-mile mark now, Dave. Just push it. Just get there. Just get to the finish. 22-mile marker. There was no 23. If there was a 23, I didn't see it. There were people passing me. I did stop and walk again for a little bit. Nice words of encouragement from other people. I think you see people that are doubled over being sick into plant pots or planters and things, and you think, you could be worse. I could be that guy. Incidentally, that guy did pass me again. I didn't see him. Maybe I should have thrown up. But I didn't feel sick. So anyway, so pushed on, and the route is sort of you head north then out of Blackpool, way north, and I'm waiting, praying for the turning point, which I knew where it was because it was a 2-lap course, so I knew how far it was, and eventually it came. Like, thank the Lord. Then you're on the sort of lower mid-level walkway on the prom, and of course it's really thinned out now. So there's this sort of sporadic line of runners, random encouragement from passers-by. It was nice, and I was pushing, and one little period of walking again, and then I said, right, I've got to go now. I tried to give it a real kick of pace, but my thighs, with every footfall, it was just like an electric shock going through each leg. In fact, everything that had hurt during training, like my hip, things like that just insignificant, not even existing. Other pains came out. My feet were hurting. My feet were really hurting, and I just kept going, and then I passed the 25-mile marker, and I started to get a bit emotional, thinking the next marker, and that's it. And I could see a long way in the distance before I got to it, and the 26-mile marker. And at that point, even though there's only 320 metres-ish, 0.2 of a mile to go, I couldn't see the finish line because it sort of went round a bend. You could start to sort of hear the tannoy and people, the crowd, and it was... So it was the 26-mile marker, and I was struggling. The guy in full chef outfit and carrying a wok went past me. But you know what, I didn't care. And I was looking at the watch, and I'd had this pipe dream that I could do a marathon in 3 hours 15. That went a long way in the race. And then I thought, maybe 3:30? Nah. 3:45? Yeah. For God's sake, Dave, you've got to get under 4 hours. So that was all I wanted to do, just keep going. So I rounded the bet, 26 miles came, and I really was emotional at this point. And I was thinking about all the people that had sponsored me as well, because I had to do it for those guys. And I rounded the bend and I saw the finishing area. And I just kept going. And then I wanted to see the girls. And I was looking, and I saw Grace, and then I saw Delilah, and they were on either side. And I thought, oh, that's a bit odd. But I couldn't see Helen, or the other two, Verity and Lydia. I just couldn't see them. And then Delilah and Grace sort of came towards me and just grabbed my hands, and they were clearly they were running down that finishing straight with me. This sort of last 100 metres or so, and I was gone. I was just I was there, and I crossed the finishing line, and the woman with the microphone and the speaker said, and you had the name on your bib, said, David, you are a marathon runner. And it was hearing those words, I was like, I was gasping for air. I was crying, and I was just gasping for it. I thought I was having an asthma attack. Not that I would know what that's like, because I've never had asthma, but it was like, I couldn't breathe. And there was sort of, to keep you moving through. So I was moving through, and I grabbed a bottle of water, and I grabbed a banana, and I grabbed something out of the chocolate tub, and then they give you the t-shirt, and then the medal, and then you thought, that's it. and I'm still holding on to the girls. And I was like, I haven't stopped my watch. Stop the watch. And I just found somewhere to sit, and it was just unreal. It was just unreal. And Helen Verity and Lydia arrived, and I just had nothing left. Nothing. If that marathon had been another mile long, I don't think I'd have made it. I genuinely don't. And I've put the training in, but all sorts, a myriad of mistakes were probably made. Fueling, not getting enough sleep, not doing enough long runs in training is probably one of the big ones. And of course, in that first 10, 15 minutes, maybe an hour, I'm in the I am never doing this again mode. But thinking about it, and I wrote my journal, and I'm sort of processing everything. Now I'm in the mode of, I can do better than that time. I can do 3:45. I could do 3:30 if I really, really gave it some. So I'm going to go away. I've got some other things I want to do. I want to do a triathlon. But I'm going to go away and really look at how I can train and do another marathon in about 3 hours 30. And that is my goal. That is my new goal. Whether I do it for sponsorship or do it for my own personal achievement now, I don't know, but that's what I'm going to do. Blackpool Marathon, you were superb, superbly organised, superbly run. The crowds were fantastic, the other runners were brilliant. Blackpool, you were amazing. Brilliant place to run, nice and flat. The smell of fast food as you're running up and down that prom, brilliant. What's under this hat? I'm wearing a hat. The one thing I've not said is I made a really big mistake in wearing like a sweatband type affair because it was sunny. And I'm going to show you something now, and it's a problem for me because I'm kind of bald, and sweatband and sun, being out in it for 4 hours. You kind of know where I'm going with this. I have a nice non-tanned area here. I've got a nice tan on my face. My vitiligo white patches are pink from being burnt because I didn't put sunblock on. Idiot. Big reveal. This is what I have done to myself. What a plonker. What an absolute plonker. So now, proper Yorkshireman, this flat cap ain't coming off. Right. Thank you for watching. That was my very quick synopsis of my Blackpool Marathon experience. I enjoyed it. I loved it. You might not think that at the time when you're almost crying in agony, but I loved it. And it's not called a marathon. Tell you what, the thing is, it's bloody hard. Running a marathon is hard. Whether you've trained for it or not, it is damned hard. And I am just so happy that I finished it. And I could walk afterwards. In fact, I had to do it because Helen doesn't drive, so I had to drive us back to the caravan in Preston. And then this morning I had to drive us home. I've got a blister on my foot. That's about it. I'm doing great, and I'm probably going to go for a little jog tomorrow, just to recover it, just to loosen the legs up. Right, thank you for watching. That was Blackpool, and run a marathon. I can't recommend it enough. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.